West Ham United take the short trip over to North London to take on Arsenal. It's a big game. It's under the lights. It is our sort of Boxing Day fixture 2 days after. I'm delighted to say in person, I'm joined by Gary. Gary, how are you, mate?
I'm good, Jake. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yeah, you can still just about say that.
Yeah,
Just about.
Too early for Happy New Year.
yeah, just about. Arsenal tonight, the lineup is in. We'll get to that in a second. I can imagine what you're about to say. Thoughts on the match has changed now I've shown you the lineup, but how are you feeling?
Well, I was feeling pessimistic beforehand, and now I feel even worse because maybe you want to talk about lineup first, show the lineup, and then we can discuss it, Jake. I think we will.
Before we do, let's head into the chat and see who's joining us. Lawrence, hope you are keeping well. Miss Hammerette as well. Fathead, hope you're well, mate. He says, so annoying. Zoom has a knot. We'll get in to all of that right now, and I'll bring it up onto the screen if I press the right button. See, Gary's seeing everything that I've got to do now. There we go. So the lineup reads: Areola in goal, back for a Sufal, Ogbonna, and Dinos, Mavropanos. Emerson make up that back line. Alvarez sitting in that number 6 role. You've got Thomas Souček, Ward-Prowse. There we go. Ward-Prowse, and then you've got Kudus, Bowen, and Paqueta. It caught me a bit there because Ward-Prowse is a little bit further up in that graphic. But Gary, obviously the main issue is the centre half there. Mavropanos and Ogbonna is not filling me with any confidence whatsoever.
No, I mean those of us that were unfortunate enough to travel all the way to Liverpool to watch the Cup quarter-final. I mean, Ogbonna, I'm not going to criticise the man. His legs have gone. He's 35 now, and he had a stinker at Liverpool. I don't understand why. Firstly, why we've gone with him again and not tried, for example, Casey at the back. Just give the youngsters a go. And secondly, if we're so obviously exposed against a top class side like Liverpool, we don't play 5 at the back to change the formation.
Exactly.
Put Kerr in there, play a pivot of 2 with Souček and Alvarez, or Ward-Prowse and Alvarez, and then play the front 3. You know, it's common sense.
Baffling.
We played virtually this back 4 at Anfield. We got absolutely thrashed, and we're playing Arsenal, who are just as good. I just don't get it.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, let's take some comments. Live, Gary in the studio. This is your studio, not my studio. This is your studio.
Absolutely.
Let's see what else you guys are saying. 3-0. To West Ham. Well, I'll tell you what, if we win 3-0, then I'm coming back to that, Norman, that's for sure. Power Builder, thanks for joining us as well. See, we've got an audience out there now, they're all watching us.
Absolutely.
This is going to be interesting tonight, there's no doubt about it. Obviously, there's the obvious London derby stipulation that we've got on this, and of course the fact of Declan Rice playing against West Ham as well. Obviously, we managed to get one over him in the cup back in start of November, but I just don't know at the Emirates away from home. It just feels that bit tougher.
I take it he's playing. I haven't seen the Arsenal lineup.
We will have a look at the Arsenal lineup.
But I mean, obviously we all know what a good player Declan Rice is. He'll have a point to prove, as will the rest of the Arsenal players, because we gave them a good seeing to at London Stadium in the League Cup.
We did.
So it's obviously a big game for them because they are second in the league. They need 1 point or 3 points, I think, to go top of the league.
Mm-hmm.
And look at their team. Jake just briefly showed it there. They've got at first glance like a full strength team.
We will have a look at that now. If I can change the screen over, there we go. Show this to help. Press the right button, Jake, and there is the Arsenal lineup. It is Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Rice, Odegaard, Trossard, Saka, Jesus, and Gabriel Martinelli. So it looks pretty full strength there, Gary.
Oh my God. I think Saka and Martinelli will be licking their lips against the pace they've got and the attacking Ogbonna's side quite readily. I think it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a really tough game. It's going to be backs to the wall defending. We need to be solid, but at the same time, our strength, I think everybody will agree, is our front 3, and somehow we need to get them into the game as early as we can.
Yeah.
In order for us to have any sort of chance, because if we sit back and defend, we're going to lose. So we might as well attack. And then if we lose having a go, it's different to lose like in Liverpool, where we literally didn't lay a glove on them, did we?
No. That's true, and of course we don't want a repeat of what we've seen in recent weeks. We don't want to get battered tonight like we did against Fulham or Liverpool. But I mean, the other perception is if we go out and we try and have a go at this Arsenal side tonight, we're just going to get battered anyway because they are just better.
Yeah, but we lost 5-0, as you said, 5-0 at Fulham, 5-1 at Liverpool. They're our last 2 away games.
Yeah,
and there's no reason why it can't be 5-0 tonight. if we sit back and defend, we will lose.
We will. We will. But I think the only sort of thing we can grasp onto is hoping that we can frustrate Arsenal tonight. If we if they can have an off night and we can defend for our lives, which I'd have held more hope with if we had Zuma and Agurd there. But you never know. I mean, Reece Oxford did a superb job back in 2015 in our last first team victory at Arsenal in a 2-0 win. Mauro Zarate, do you remember him?
Yeah, I do. Kouyaté scored the first.
Kouyaté, he did.
I just think that no harm in trying to attack, put the front three out and push forward. I think that's the best thing we can do.
Brighton are beating Spurs.
Are they? That's good stuff.
Brighton are beating Spurs. To be fair, that does no good for our league position, but in terms of Spurs, that does really good.
It does, yeah. So I just think I would like to see us attack, but like I said before, I don't understand the logic in making Ogbonna play 35 years old when we've got the under 20s team who are ripping up trees again in the league this season. They're in the trophy, whatever it's called nowadays, whatever trophy, Bristol Street Motors Trophy. Yeah. They're winning 4-0 away to
League One size.
Yeah. And they can't get a game. What's the worst that can happen? They're going to get a lot of experience.
Yeah.
It will be very, very tough against Saka, Jesus, and Martinelli for sure. But they're not going to learn unless they play.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, nobody at West Ham expects a result tonight.
No. Oh no, definitely not after that lineup. And I think Moyes is just hoping we can nullify the threat of Arsenal, which has caused us big problems in the past. We've gone to the Emirates and we've been battered in the past because they've gone through some tricky times, Arsenal, but it looks like they're getting their head above the parapet again now and they're becoming a very good football team, and they are winning the ugly way. I mean, they're just showing on the telly there that win against Luton with that Declan Rice goal in the last minute. They didn't play well in that game, but they ended up winning what was a crazy football match. And I just think they've got that extra bit of experience. I think they probably learned from their mistakes last year towards the back end of the season. And they're a force this year. There's no doubt about that. But Moyes has got a plan here because we can't go in there planless because we'll get battered.
Yeah, I mean, as you say, Luton scored 3 times against Arsenal. So,
exactly.
And we scored 3 times against them in the Cup. We've got to be positive. And Bowen's on form, Paqueta's on form, Kudus is in form. I'm just frustrated. Unless if he goes for it, which unfortunately I don't think he will. No. That's our best chance. If we sit back, there's no way we keep these lot out for 90 minutes.
That is for sure. Right then, we will get rid of the lineup and we will take some of your comments. Hello to everybody watching. A very Merry Christmas. Can you still say that?
You can say Merry Christmas. All the way till New Year's Eve. Right?
All the way till New Year's Eve. Let's see who else is joining us. Brighton 1-up. Gets in there. Mavropanos has something to say against Arsenal's former club. He didn't really perform in North London. So obviously his return, maybe he'll be having a point to prove tonight. But I mean, you can sort of say that, but Ogbonna is going to get exposed tonight, isn't he?
Yeah, you would certainly think. Sort of doesn't sound like Moyes' lack of flexibility. We all saw as non-Premier League managers what happened at Liverpool.
Absolutely.
And why pick the same team again at Arsenal? It makes
I think the concerning thing about it was I was in the concourse when that lineup got brought out. And I think you were just outside coming in, and there was just a collective when that lineup came out against Liverpool, and I sensed the same thing. I'm not there at the Emirates tonight, but from what I've seen from people who are there, they want to turn back and go in because they know what way this is going tonight, and it could be ugly. I am happily, and I will be gladly proven wrong tonight.
So would I.
But if you go off of the evidence of what we've seen in recent weeks, and when we haven't had Zuma there, defensive errors have been evident, and it's been reinforced. The Brentford game, Zuma wasn't there. Errors,
Even Fulham was just terrible.
Fulham was terrible as well, and we can't seem to get a defensive structure, which is so unlike a Moyes side. There's no structure, there's no stability in that defence, which is what Moyes wants to thrive off, and it's just not there at the moment. We've got some brilliant attacking flair players there. They're showing them on the screen on Amazon Prime now. We've got to get the ball to them for them to do anything, haven't we? And that's my concern tonight.
I think that's a long day. I think this is Kudus' last game. I think
it is.
Yeah, so he's going to be out after this game. So it's good to see him playing tonight. let's hope he goes out with a bang. But we have to go forward on the front foot. As I said, we have got nothing to lose.
No.
And as well, I'm just so disappointed he hasn't put some youngsters in. I would really like to see some youngsters come in and play at the back and be on the bench or something. But again, I mean, our best player, in my opinion, at Liverpool was Ben Johnson.
He was, yeah.
So, I'd give him a go, even in a back five tonight, or carer. But, there you go. It's not my job. But let's hope, as you say, Jake, we are completely wrong. I'd love to be wrong, and I'd love to be proved completely wrong. With a 1-0 win, would take that any day of the week.
It's just the concerning thing is that we are more right than wrong when it comes to these things, unfortunately. And I think just the baffling thing about it was what we're trying to express here is that we can all see what's going to happen. 6,000 of us could all see what was going to happen up at Liverpool a couple of weeks ago, just before Christmas. 8 days ago it was, in fact. And I've just got that same feeling that Arsenal are dangerous. If we were at home... If we were at home, I'd have just that bit of confidence in us because I think we can beat anyone on our day at home. Yeah. But away from home, I know we've beaten Spurs there, but go on.
Declan's going to be up for it, isn't he?
He is.
He that hurt him, I think, getting knocked out at London Stadium 3-1 and everybody singing to him, he should have joined the big club, that type of thing. He's going to use that, I think, to ram it down our throats tonight if he can.
Absolutely, he is we know his mentality and we know what he's like, and he would have absolutely hated that because to an extent there we were proved right that night, and it was just beautiful, wasn't it, for that to occur. Before we carry on, Lawrence, thank you very much indeed for the late Christmas present, $9.99 donation to the channel. Thank you very much. That might get you a beer, Gary.
Thanks, Lawrence.
2-1 to the Hammers, says Lawrence. I mean, they're just showing on the screen there the attacking forces for these two sides. I mean, I think the game's won or lost in the midfield tonight, and defensive errors if they occur. But Saka, Jesus, Martinelli, Kudus, Bowen, Paqueta, which trio would you rather?
I like our trio.
So do I.
I do like our trio. It's like, as you say, our midfield. I still worry about Souček because you know what stat I am, Jake. I looked at his stats last week in the second half against United at home. Again, he went 20 minutes without touching the ball. I just don't understand.
It doesn't surprise me, and I think he's probably gone 30-minute stages, spells in games where because he is a pedestrian, he jogs around to no effect, and that can't happen tonight, because Alvarez is going to put some tackles in, and we know what he's like. Ward-Prowse is going to do his job, but we need Souček just to pull it all together and really try and let's get a clutch hold of this midfield because Arsenal is a good midfield, Odegaard.
And Souček played with Rice for 3 years, 4 years, so he should know exactly what to do with Rice. Odegaard, as you saw at home game, if you pressurise him, he's not all that. If you give him space and time, he's world class. Yeah. But Real Madrid got rid of him for a reason, so we need to, expose the weaknesses in their team. And I think, as you say, our front three is probably the best in the Premier League.
I think that's fair to say. On form currently, with the goals, with the goals, Kudus and Bowen and netting, and the assists that are going in from Lucas Paquetá, it's been absolutely excellent. But I just hope tonight, and I think it's shown in the past that if we, and even with this Arsenal side, if you can get up at them and if you can rub them up. Yeah. They're a side that can falter. They're a side that can step down and not be up for the fight.
Exactly.
If we can fight like, troops tonight, if we can get together and as a unit put in a 90-minute long performance, then we may just have a chance. But I think the negativity that unfortunately I'm coming across with here is probably warranted because I'm just concerned what's going to
because I mean, as you say, we've seen it before at Liverpool 2 weeks ago. Arsenal a class side. They look full strength. It's going to be very, very difficult. But, let's hope for miracles.
Let's hope so. Danny says not to be negative, but 3-1 Arsenal. I just hope we give them a match. Well, on my predictions, I've gone 1-0 West Ham. I see what if that happens tonight, then I will be astounded. But football's a funny old game.
It's a funny old game, someone once said. So let's. I've gone 3-0 Arsenal, but I really am depressed about it. But let's hope I'm wrong. I'd love to be wrong.
Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? So we're clinging on to any confidence that we can have left in us for this game. And who knows what will happen. Thank you very much indeed for joining our live match build-up show live from Gary's studio. Gary, thank you very much indeed for inviting us in. We were out in the cold tonight. We had nowhere to go and you invited us in.
No problem. It's Christmas after all, Jake.
It certainly is. From me and Gary, let's hope so. Keep the faith. Come on, you Irons.
Come on, you Irons.
and let's hopefully get the job done tonight. Like, subscribe. I will put on an instant match reaction, maybe involving Gary directly on after the full-time whistle. Hopefully there'll be no expletives and there'll be some fist pumps and celebrations after a West Ham win and a Declan Rice own goal.
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
So are you going 3-0 Arsenal?
Yeah, sadly.
1-0 West Ham, Declan Rice own goal at 98th minute. Moyes will park the bus, Oggy will park the scooter. Honestly, I'm not looking forward to this. Not looking forward to this. Whatever, Mandy's going for a 3-2 win. Kuda's hat-trick tonight before he sets sail, and we've got to say goodbye to him for a month.
I do like Kuda, I'll be honest with you. He's very strong, and he reminds a little bit.
Yeah.
Show my age now. Maradona.
Yeah,
you know, very low centre of gravity, very strong, pushes his way through. You know, and he's only 23. I think we made one of the best signings I think we've ever made. I think.
He's a brilliant player. But at the end of the day, Gary, it doesn't matter if we don't get the ball to them, if we don't progress the ball through midfield.
Very true. He's allowed the ball to do anything, hasn't he?
Exactly.
Like Liverpool, you touch the ball, didn't he?
No. So we'll see. Thank you very much for watching. Gary, thank you very much indeed.
Pleasure.
And until the next one, we will see you soon. And who knows? Who
knows? Stranger things have happened.
We'll see you soon. West Ham are winning tonight. Bye-bye.